Hello there, it's Jay here from Jay's Vintage Junk, and today, we're not actually going to be doing what I was hoping was going to do today, because I've cocked up slightly. What I thought I was planning to do today was the old Mega Drive here. I was going to do a video on doing a few mods to the Mega Drive, namely fitting a NTSC PAL switch to it, so it can play the American games, and it can play at full speed rather than restricted speed, and basically 60 Hz rather than 50 Hz. And I ordered some switches to go on the back, because I hate them little toggle switches that everyone seems to fit. I prefer something that actually fits more flush, and I usually use switches like these, because once they're fitted to the back of the Mega Drive, they look quite decent. Unfortunately, me being the idiot that I am, I ordered the wrong ones while I was ordering them online. The right single pole double throw switch, if you notice, it's got the 3 connections on it rather than just 2. But instead of being just a straight off-on throw-over switch, they've actually got their what's known as on-off on these. So they're on in that position. They've got a middle position which is off, and then they've got another on position. Now, where I suppose technically I could use these for the mod, because it is still a single pole double throw switch, I just don't like the fact that you can set it in that off position in the middle like that. It's not ideal, so I've had to order some new switches for that. That's about £3.50 I wasted on these switches. I'm sure they'll come in use for something. I bought 10 of them from China for about £3.50, so it's not exactly the end of the world, and that was including delivery. But anyhow, so because I can't do that one today. Fortunately, something else arrived in the post that was Mega Drive related today. Now, I have 1 or 2 Mega Drives. When I say 1 or 2, I've got a bloody great big box of them here. Now, I picked all these up a couple of years ago from a retro reseller, and they're all his fails. I think there's over 10 of them in here. I said they're all his fails. I've been through them, and to be fair, just about every one of them actually does work, but with faults. You know, either the reset doesn't work, or one of the ports doesn't work, or the cartridge slot's a little bit dodgy on it. Or it's got a volume control missing. They've all got a fault of one kind or another, but I don't think any of them are actually terminal. There's Mega Drive 1s and 2s in there, but unfortunately that's what I bought off him, just them, no controllers, no cables, nothing. And I thought I would get a couple of these all spruced up and ready for sale for Christmas. So this is my test Mega Drive. This is probably one I might keep for myself. What I did is I was having a look on eBay for controllers, and I managed to pick up that lot there. That's 6 Mega Drive controllers. Some are from the Mega Drive 1, some are from the Mega Drive 2, and there's even one here that's an aftermarket, a Super Pad, which is a bit crappy, but it will do to stick with a system if I can get it working. Now, these were all sold as seen as rejects, again, like the Mega Drives. They've come from someone that sells retro consoles, and they've all failed their testing. But I got them cheap enough. I think there was 6, and he had to buy it now of like £14.99 or 15 quid, including postage. I offered him a tenner for them, and he took it. So there's 6 controllers here. That was including the postage, so they cost me well under 2 quid each, which you can't really complain about. I don't know what's wrong with them yet. That's why that I will make this video. So what I thought we'd do is we just select a random controller from there, connect it up to the Mega Drive, see what actually works on it and doesn't work, and then have a go at fixing it. So it is just going to be a case of eeny meeny miny mo here. I'll just randomly rummage down here, grab a wire, and we'll see what's on the end of that wire. I'll grab another wire, because that's that crappy aftermarket one. 6 to 1, 5 to 1 chance there, but never mind. Let's grab that one. Right, there we go. We've got one, and it's a proper Mega Drive one. Yeah. So we will connect it up to this Mega Drive. I've got a Sonic compilation game in there. So we will we'll connect up the controller. So this is the controller that we've just bought from the pile. Got that connected up to the Mega Drive. I'll put you on the screen so you can see what's happening here. We'll switch the Mega Drive on. We'll see if the Mega Drive actually comes on. Nope. Ah, there we go. I pulled the power adapter out of the wall. But anyway, there we go. So the actual Mega Drive is up and running. We see with the controller, we can try start. So we know the start button's okay. That pressed nice and fine. And let's have a look here. Right, so let's have a look what he does. Well, forwards works, backwards works. He looks up, he looks down. Yeah, so the D-pad's absolutely fine on it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that at all. Let's see if A jump works. Yeah, A jump's absolutely fine. Look. Oh, B doesn't work. C's absolutely fine. So we've got, oh, it does work if you really press it. So we've got an iffy B button on this one. So I think we'll have a look at this one first, seeing it's got a fairly simple fault on it, and we'll see if we can get this up and running again. Let's turn that off. We'll go over to the workbench. I'll bring you over here. Right. There we go. So, like I said, we know it basically works. It's got a slightly iffy B button there. All the rest seem okay. It's a little bit scuffed. Printing's not in bad condition on it. It's got a little bit of tape residue on it. It doesn't appear, looking at the screw holes here, that anyone's been inside it, because the amount of crud that's in them holes, and the screws don't look, the heads don't look particularly mangled. So I don't think anyone else has had a go at trying to fix this. Let's get inside it and let's see what we find. It'll take a second to get in here. Right, last screw out, and this is where I lose all the screws all over my floor. There we go. Is that all the screws out? Yep. Now let's put them somewhere safe so we don't lose them. It says try to find something to put them safe in. What we'll have to do is I'll just have to stick them on the top of there, because I can't find the other pot at the moment. We'll put them all on there, and we just put them to one side. Now we can come back in with the controller. Let's open that up. Okay, so now we've got the back we can clean. It's pretty filthy in there. There's the PCB. Let's take the PCB out, and again, that's looking pretty icky in there. We'll take off the now that, looking at it already, you can see round them buttons there, it looks like something's been spilt in this controller at some point. We'll take that out for the moment. because we'll need to clean that in a minute. But yeah, the boards, I mean, it's not damaged or anything. It should clean up nicely. But it's definitely round there, I don't know if you can see it on camera, there's like a residue just around where the buttons are, so it looks like something's been spilt on this at some point. Back looks nice and clean. These should clean up nice. So we'll put that to what, in fact no, we'll clean this first. This is nice and simple to clean. What we need to do to clean that is we need some cotton buds like them, and we'll need that in a bit. We need some isopropyl. So we get some of this like that on there, and then it's just a case of cleaning up on top of these contacts, basically. Make them nice and shiny again. Yeah, they're all a bit dirty. They're not horrendous. I mean, these pads, I'm actually quite surprised. They're expecting them to be a bit shabbier than this, and it's nice that no one's been in there before me by the looks of it, and I'm getting someone's proper cast-offs where they've... I don't mind buying broken. What I don't like buying, unless I've actually been told, is where someone's tried to repair it themselves, given up, probably made the whole situation a damn sight worse, put the screws back in and banged it on eBay. I mean, like I said, if they've said, if it's on there and they've said, I've tried to fix it, I couldn't fix it, showing a picture of the inside of it, that's absolutely fine. Because you know what you're buying. It's when you think you're buying a genuine faulty item and someone else has tried to fix it in the past, made a right hoo-ha of it, made a right bodge of it, and then flogged it on as just not working. I absolutely hate it when that happens. Unfortunately, it does happen more than I'd like. There we are. So that's them just giving a good going over, and you can see already, look how dirty that is. And that's just off them. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to clean just the contacts there, the little carbon contacts. We're not going to go mad with them. I normally take them out and rub them on a piece of paper to clean them, but I'm going to try what I've seen a few other YouTubers do, and just do it with some isopropyl. So we'll go in here and we'll give these the same treatment. Just give them, yeah, that's coming a lot cleaner. Look at that. I'm just a bit worried about perhaps taking off any of the carbon doing it like this, but I say I've seen a lot of other people do it with a bit of isopropyl, so we'll give it a try and we'll see what happens. Ooh. Take that and we'll just give it a quick. In fact, what we'll do is we'll take these out and we'll take the buttons out and we'll give this plastics a clean while we're in here. Let's see how nice we can make this controller. So that's all the buttons out. They're clean now. Take the buttons out. And it's pretty dirty, that. It's pretty grim, to be honest. So we'll start by just giving that a quick wipe down. We've got some blue roll here. This is just what they use in garages. I have quite a bit of it for in my garage when I'm working on some of my old cars. And it's handy for this as well. This is a bit of meths. It works quite nicely for cleaning these plastics. It's not quite as expensive as isopropyl. So we've got some on there, and we'll just give this a good a clean over, see if we can get rid of some of this tape residue and other muck and rubbish that this has picked up over the years. You can see all the muck and rubbish just coming straight off it. Yeah, that's coming up quite nice and clean now. Oops, I'm off camera there. There we go. Look at that already. That's come a lot nicer. So that's as clean as I'm going to get it. Just wrap that up a little bit like that. Get it in them holes. We'll get them clean. like that, in there as well. We'll give it a little clean in the back. Not that it needs too much in there, just get rid of some of the worst of the muck. That's actually come up quite nicely. That's come up okay. We'll do the same with the back. Again, we've got a bit of tape residue on it, and if you just give it a rub over with the meths on the rag, just like that, that's that gone. Give the back a good going over, and the sides, and we'll give it a bit of a clean inside as well. Get rid of some of all these. Another useful thing for if you're struggling to get in there, old toothbrush, and that can help you just get into some of the fine old bits you can't get into otherwise. There we go. So the back's nice and clean now. Take the buttons, because the buttons are looking a little bit grim, and again just give them a quick wipe over. Get the muck, worst of the muck off them. Yeah, these are, in fact, let's try in there, see if we can get in there. Put a little bit more meths on my rag, I think, like that. Just get in there, because there's dirt ingrained in the little B in the top there. That's it. That's got that out. And just do the sides. Make it as clean as nice as you can. And then same with the C. You want to like work the thing in so you can get the muck out of the actual C where it's in the plastic. Give the button a good clean, give it a wipe round like that. So yeah, that one's done. We've got the actual D controller there, the D bit you put your fingers on. Again, I think I'm going to use a little bit more meths on my bit of blue roll. Just so I can really work it in to that little nub in the middle there. Wipe that round. That's looking a lot nicer already. Wipe it round there, get all the muck and the rubbish out from all the little... There we go, that's looking a lot better. That's looking like new now. Give that a quick wipe over. Right, so that's... Oh, I'm forgetting the little start button there. That needs the same treatment. So give that a quick wipe down, just the same. There we go. We'll do the flex after, once we've reattached it all. It's a little bit easier to do when it's all back together, and that's dead easy to do. So there we go. We've got the base. In fact, what we need to do is start putting everything back in here. So make sure we put the buttons in the right order. That's A, and the right way up. I have to keep just double checking. That's C. Then we've got B. There we go, A, B, C. Back in the right places. Then we, oops. Always the way, you always drop something on the floor. Ooh. And let's stick that back where it should go. Right. Next thing is let's rebuild. Oh, next thing, let's put these back where they live. So just put the little inserts that we cleaned last time back where they should go. Like that. Put the last one in. So that's all the little rubber inserts that we've cleaned back in. Next thing to do is we need to put the D-pad there back together. So that goes on like that. That goes through the back like that. Line it up. That's it. and that's our D-pad back in. Now this needs to go back in the controller like that. Make sure it all lines up. Make sure they line up where they should do. Make sure that that's back in its like that. Oops, that's wrong. That needs to go in like that. You've got to make sure you get this in the right place, or else you risk damaging the cable when you put the back of it back on. So that's all the controller back together. We'll put the back on it. Let's get all that lined up. I think that's right. Is that right? No, not quite right there yet, because that's not. Just got to get that to line up. That's not right yet. Let's have a see now. That's all lined up. I think we're in there now. Is that good? Can be a little bit fiddly this bit, I will admit. There we are. Is that right? No. There we go. That's it. I just had it slightly on the askew there while I was fitting it in, but there we go. That's in now. It's not easy doing this with a camera right where you normally have your head. Like I said, this camera I'm using is absolutely appalling at the moment. I will be replacing it as soon as I can afford to. Right, there we go. That should go back together now. There we are. That's clicked back in. Can put the screws back in it. So, for a simple service like that, the only tools you need is some cotton buds, some isopropyl, and a Phillips screwdriver. And like I said, the blue roll and the meths just make life a bit easier. The meths, I think, is a little bit better for cleaning the gunk off the plastics. You can use isopropyl if you want, but it's more expensive really. And I had the meths. I have the meths in stock anyway. What I have seen some people do, I've not tried it myself, is once they've got to this point, is to put a tiny, and I do mean tiny, little spot of WD-40 on a rag, and then just give it a wipe over, and it just gives a nice sheen to the plastic. But that feels okay. The buttons all feel okay. So I'll just give the cable a quick wipe. I've just got the rag that I've got some isopropyl, some meths on, and all we'll do is just give it a quick, just to wipe down the cable like that. Just holding on and pulling it through, just like that, and we'll pull it back. You can see all the crud that's just brought off just there. We'll do it the other way as well. Just pull it through, just like that, and that gets all the crud off the cable. Like I said, that's pretty filthy now. So let's take this back over to the Mega Drive, and we'll see whether the B button now responds a bit better than it did. So we're back to the Mega Drive. I know I should really do proper cuts and everything for that, and one day I may get round to it, but I do these things just for the entertainment, and just to show you simple repairs you can do. So my videoing skills, I don't really bother that much. Anyway, let's go back up onto the screen. Oops, and catch my camera with my chair and cause a great mess. But anyway, that's that on. Let's switch the Mega Drive back on. That's the Mega Drive on. We've got the controller here, so press start. Got the controller here, so let's start the game. And let's just check that the buttons all them buttons are nice. Yeah, I don't know if you can see me. See, if I put my hand, you can't actually see Sonic doing anything if I'm, but yeah, that works. He looks up, he goes down. They all worked before. Let's have a look here. Let's get Sonic to where you can see him. Let's see. That's the first. Yeah. I don't know if you can see that now. Yeah. So that B button now works fine. A button works fine. B button works fine. And C button works fine. All the direction controls work and the start works. So yeah, that controller is now ready to go with a Mega Drive when I finally get them other buttons and get round to doing something with these Mega Drives. So I thought I'll just do a quick one on, you know, I can't do what I was going to do. So I thought I'd do a quick one on getting one of these controllers serviced and back up into action. So hope you found that useful. So thanks for watching and goodbye.